What is up, guys? As you can tell by the title of this video, I am going to teach you guys how to kickflip on a fingerboard. If you want to see more tutorials on how to fingerboard, just comment down below, let me know. And you might be asking, why are we outside for fingerboarding? It's because it's a gorgeous day and I want to do it outside. So, yeah, let's get right into it. What's up, guys? So the first thing I'm going to talk about is finger positioning. So I'm a righty, so I'm going to be kick flipping like this. Jeez, if I can even land it. There we go. So I'm going to be talking. So I always have my finger kind of right in the middle of the tail. I don't have it all the way on the end. I don't have it by the bolt, so I kind of have it right in the middle where there's just a little bit left showing. And oh, a bee just landed on me. Oh, that was a bug. And I find the best place to put your pointer finger is right behind the two front bolts and keep it as straight as possible, because I feel like that gives you the most control over your flick. If you go for a double flip, I'd say angle it and put it a little more towards the edge so you can get that flick. But I feel like having it right behind the bolts and straight is the way you can control it the most. So in the end, your fingers will look like this. So the next part is the pop. So the way you do the pop, it's nice to know an ollie first, just so you can be able to pop. But you want to have a good pop for the kick flip. If this is your first trick and you don't know how to pop, some things you just should know how to do is just throw the board up in the air, be able to get it off the table without putting your thumb underneath or anything. Some ways you can do this is going fakie, going backwards, just throwing it up in the air like that. That always works. Fakie ollie, that's why a lot of people think a fakie flip is easier, just because the pop is easier. Because if you don't pop high enough and you don't pop good enough, the flick and everything else you get to isn't going to matter. You need to be able to pop to do this trick. So the next step, and probably the most important one, is the flick. If you don't flick, you're going to learn how to ollie, you can do all this other stuff, but if you don't flick, you aren't going to be able to kick flip. So having your finger right there, I feel like has the most control, because your flip is the most controlled from that part, and it's the easiest to catch, in my opinion. This also might change your finger placement depending on how long your board is and how thick it is. My phone just died, so we're gonna do it inside. So what I was saying is that your finger placement might be farther back or farther up, depending on the length of your board. But back to the flick. When you pop, you want to get your tail off the ground about right here before you start to flick, because if you don't, it won't flip all the way. So you need to pop up before you start to flick. And if you skateboard, it's not like that, where you go up and then you just move your front finger and flick. You have your finger here and you move your whole hand to flick the board. It's really subtle. It's just a little tap, but you want your finger to come right off the side closest to you towards the nose, right off here at a diagonal angle, so it'll look something like that. And then it's just a matter of catching it and getting used to it. Putting your fingers back on when you see the grip, muscle memory, just working on that. So you finger placement, pop, flick off the front of the board. When it comes around, put your fingers back on and stomp it, stick it. Because if you don't, a lot of the times you'll underflip, overflip. Some of your first ones won't be the best. They'll be sloppy. You will land it like that sometimes. They'll get better as you get young. So yeah, that's basically all there is to kickflip. If you have any other ideas or tutorials that you want me to do, leave it in the comments down below.